All right, let's get right into it. We're about to pull back the curtain on a company's wild plan, a multi-million-dollar blueprint for going from a complete unknown to a household name. And this isn't about getting lucky. It's a very calculated, very audacious plan to literally manufacture fame. So here's the big question, right? If you've got a product that could genuinely change the game, but nobody has ever heard of you, where do you even start? What's the playbook for buying your way into the public's mind? So let's meet the company at the center of our story, ReboundTAG. At its core, it's a super high-tech way to find your lost stuff. You put this tag on your luggage, and it uses a mix of microchips, RFID, and NFC to track it. But here's the secret sauce. It plugs directly into the same baggage tracing systems used by over 2,800 airports around the world. So yeah, it's a seriously powerful tool for anyone who travels. Okay, so they've got this incredible product, but the catch is nobody knows it exists. Their solution isn't some slow and steady marketing campaign. Nope. They're planning an all-out aggressive assault designed to buy attention and build a massive brand from the ground up. Let's break down exactly how they plan to do it. First up, part 1 of their playbook, global endurance domination. The idea here is brilliant. Instead of just advertising to a group, they want to attach themselves to a passionate, dedicated, global community, a tribe. And that tribe is the world of Ironman. And look how deep this goes. They aren't just slapping their logo on a banner. They're buying their way to the very top as a premier partner. This gives them the exclusive title of official lost item protection for every Ironman race everywhere. They're literally trying to own the idea of peace of mind for this entire group. And on top of that, they get to put their name on 3 international races a year. And you know, that official status becomes very, very real. We're talking their logo on the finish line arch that you see in every single photo and live broadcast. It's going to be on the backdrops when athletes are getting their medals. They get TV commercials during the live streams and even their own content series, something like Travel Tips with ReboundTAG. The goal is just total, unavoidable saturation. So what does it cost to get this embedded, this deep into the Ironman world? $2.5 million. And that's just the starting price for a 3-year deal. Remember, this is only the first part of their strategy. It just shows you the incredible scale of what they're trying to do. Okay, moving on to the second part of the playbook. From a global tribe, the focus now shifts to winning over U.S. sports. The strategy here? Tap into the huge, unbelievably passionate fan bases you find in American college sports. So why college basketball? Well, take a look at the audience. It's a really broad demographic, a big chunk between 18 and 54. And a lot of them have household incomes under $100,000. That's a massive group of consumers. But here's the real kicker. The research shows these fans are way more likely to buy from a brand just because they're a sponsor. They're tapping into pure loyalty. And this is where the plan gets really, really smart. Get this, over half of all the viewership for college basketball happens during the regular season, but only about a quarter of the ad money is spent there. It's this huge, engaged audience that other advertisers are kind of ignoring. ReboundTAG found a market inefficiency, and they are jumping in with both feet. And it's not just basketball. As part of this whole package, they're also becoming the title sponsor of the Boca Raton Bowl. And to give you an idea of the reach here, a similar bowl game on ABC had an average audience of over 2.6 million people for a single game. That is a huge captive audience. The price tag for this kind of access? $1.25 million. And that gets them the title sponsorship for the bowl game, plus branding all over a national college basketball tour that hits 8 different events. So, yep, there's another 7-figure check being written to buy attention. All right, part 3 of the playbook is called Championing the World's Game, and this one is fascinating. This isn't just about finding another big audience. It's a really smart bet on the explosive growth happening right now in professional women's sports. This one quote from Deloitte really says it all. For every single dollar a sponsor invests in women's sports, they get $7 back in what's called customer value. Let that sink in. This isn't just a feel-good story. It is an incredibly sharp business move with a massive potential return. And just look at the unbelievable growth that's fueling this strategy. WNBA regular season viewership is up an insane 183%. Attendance is skyrocketing. Meanwhile, the NWSL saw attendance jump 42%, and they've already blown past 2 million total viewers this year. This is a rocket ship, and ReboundTAG wants to be on it. So their plan is to partner with 2 teams in Portland, the Thorns from the NWSL and the brand new WNBA team there. For somewhere between $750K and $1 million, they get designated as a community game changer. And that comes with some prime real estate, like their logo on the back of the Thorns jersey or on the WNBA team's shooting shirts. Plus, they get their brand all over a new shared training facility. So they've gone after 3 specific passionate fan bases. What's left? Well, you need the catch-all. And that brings us to the final piece of the puzzle, a good old-fashioned mass media blitz. This part is designed for one thing, and one thing only: total saturation. Their plan with iHeartMedia is a classic 3-pronged attack. First, traditional broadcast radio ads in the 6 biggest travel cities. Think New York, LA, Miami. Second, and this is smart, ads that run during traffic and weather reports, hitting people right when they're thinking about travel. And third, a huge targeted social media campaign. And how huge are we talking for that social media part? Well, the plan guarantees 20 million impressions. 20 million! All targeted specifically at adults aged 18 to 54. This is the broad net they're casting to make sure that even if you're not a sports fan, you are going to see the ReboundTAG name. Okay, so we've walked through the 4 pillars of this seriously audacious strategy. So now, let's do the math. Let's look at the final tally. What is the total price of fame? Here it is, laid out plain and simple. $2.5 million for the Ironman partnership. $1.25 million for college football and basketball, another $1 million for the women's sports partnership in Portland, and then $750,000 for the mass media campaign. It all adds up to a grand total, an initial investment of around $5.5 million. So we've just seen a detailed, step-by-step, multi-million-dollar roadmap for building a brand out of thin air. And it leaves you with this one kind of provocative question. In the world we live in now, is fame not really something you earn anymore, but just another asset you can add to your shopping cart as long as you can write the check?